The works of mercy are far more than just good works. They are the imitation of God's mercy. Just as we are the object of God's mercy, we are called to become instruments of mercy for others. Mercy, furthermore, is always concrete. Jesus healed the sick, fed the hungry crowds, forgave sinners, and taught the ways of God. Among the most famous stories of the gospel are precisely the parables of mercy. The Good Samaritan who helps a wounded man, the lost sheep saved by the shepherd, and the prodigal son welcomed home by his father. There's also the parable about forgiving as many as 70 times 7 times. The Church has specified 14 works of mercy, inspired by biblical texts and the words of Jesus himself. Above all, those regarding final judgment, we will be saved if we act mercifully, above all towards the poor, with whom Jesus identifies. For the sake of simplicity, they are divided into corporal and spiritual, although both dimensions are always united. Feeding the hungry, giving drink to the thirsty, clothing the naked. These works refer to supplying bodily needs, but are also the first sign of recognizing human dignity. Sheltering the homeless, visiting the sick, visiting the imprisoned. Giving means sharing our own material resources, but also our time and talent. In the past, Christians were involved in ransoming slaves. Today, there are new forms of slavery from which we must free our brothers and sisters. Burying the dead. For Christians, the body is a temple of the Spirit and should be honored with a dignified burial. Counseling the doubtful, instructing the ignorant, admonishing sinners. It's not about judging others, but about practicing fraternal correction. Comforting the afflicted, forgiving offenses willingly, bearing wrongs patiently. These 3 actions are the most divine, impossible for us if God didn't give us the strength. Praying for the living and the dead. The deceased also need our prayers that they may be freed from their sins. However, there are many more than 14 works of mercy. In a world which continues to create new forms of spiritual and material poverty, we are called to share a new face to the works of mercy.